Hello, fellow long-ass coastline fans, and welcome back to another episode of Hearts of Iron 4 Formables A to Z. And today I should be doing the Empire of China. However, I am kind of dumb, and for some reason I don't want to make 3 videos in a row about no compromise, no surrender. And to keep it fresh, today we will be doing the Hispanic Empire. And you may be saying, didn't you literally do that last week? No, because the Hispanic Empire was actually on that list before no compromise, no surrender, because Chile is able to form Hispanic Empire. And this is kind of funny because the Philippines Hispanic Empire isn't able to core Chile for some reason, and so today we'll be able to play the only place that Philippines wasn't able to core. Get this long motherfucker. So last time I played Chile, it was a great tragedy that will be remembered throughout the annals of history, but today hopefully it goes a bit better. If you're not aware, Chile starts with a few terrible national spirits, probably the worst one being near anarchic society, and of course if your society is in near anarchy, your economy can't really be that good either. And yeah, so we start with like 14 factories, not the worst industry. We have 5 million people, not the worst population. And to get to the Hispanic Empire, we are going to start with denounce the state of near anarchy. I think that's a pretty good move. Gee guys, I hope this denouncement of anarchy doesn't lead to a near totalitarian fascist government. And of course, the Movimiento Nacional Socialista ramps up activities. Trust me, I know, I'm doing your focus. Alright, so we've denounced the state of near anarchy. Next, we are going to do empower the preparation department. And what are we preparing for? Beats me. Probably killing a lot of minorities, like a lot of minorities. Keisuke Okada speaks out against military interference. I don't know why this would be like, would this be international news? Why would Chile care, you know? We're doing like ominous, vague preparations for something, okay? Like, leave us alone. But that does mean that Japan is either gonna go communist or democracy, which I have not seen the AI do yet, so it's gonna be a bit interesting. Alright, now that we've done the funny preparation focus, probably, what should we do here? I guess we'll do unify the fascist movements, which gives us more fascism, less stability, and more war support. So that is indeed what we were preparing for, fair enough. A pan-Hispanic theorist living in Chile is kind of funny. It's like if there were still French monarchists in Quebec. Also, I love how terrible this advisor is. He gives you minus 30% political power gain for the most like milquetoast, underwhelming ass green bonuses below. Yeah, I'm sorry. In our coming revolution, we're gonna have to kill this guy with hammers. Alright, now that we've unified the fascist movements, we will now sway Ariosto Herrera. And apparently him and his men will join us in our coup d'etat. I still don't know who he is. All I know is that he probably has to go to Turkey to get a hair transplant because, oh, it's looking kind of tough. And it seems UK is going fascist, and now that we've swayed Ariosto Herrera, infiltrate the Carabineros, which I think is just the army. Absolute genius move, Chilean fascists. Who knew that to do a coup, you need control over the army? That's genius. Why didn't I think of that? We'll now proliferate national populism, blah, 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 you know, increase fascism, the focus, yeah. Alright, next we're gonna do more funds for the propaganda department. We're gonna get like Chilean Mickey Mouse to say fascism is good and such. And now we will do the Popular Freedom Alliance, which is kind of an ironic name for the country we'll be making soon. And now that we've done the Popular Freedom Alliance, request foreign support, in which we ask Italy, El Salvador, Peru, and probably not Germany, because I think they lost their civil war. So yeah, everyone in that list except for Italy, I think is fodder. Alright, by the way, our stability is at 0%. Womp womp, I guess. The Argentine Republic, a democracy, is asking for military access. No? Why would I do that? Gonna be like my enemy in like a few years. You disgust me. Alright, but yeah, now that we've requested foreign support, I don't know if they accept it or anything. We will now rally the people, which gives us even less stability and more political power and more fascism. You know how it is. El Salvador will aid us. I've never been happier to read news. Peru will aid us. Venezuela will aid us. And Dominican Republic will aid us. And the only country I wanted to accept is not going to aid us. Alright, and now that we've done rally the people, we'll probably commence the counter-revolution, in which we become fascist, remove near-anarchic society, and also lose even more stability and war support. Fantastic. Great. Shameless shill time. Please subscribe to my channel to feed my ego and for me to see the number go up. Thank you. Back to the video. Alright, now that we've done commence the counter-revolution, the Palacio de la Moneda push. And so yeah, now we become fascist. Who's our leader even? Jorge González von Mares. And our stability is 8%. That's like infinity times more than what it was. And next we would do Acción Chilena Anticomunista, which gives us more political power gain and more war support and less daily communism support. Now we can do the 1984 decision, introduce authoritarian policies. Oh my god, guys, it's 1984, guys. Oh my god, Big Brother is watching. So yeah, we're gonna do that because it gives us more base stability and more fascism. And yeah, Japan is going communist, it seems. Yeah, I wonder how the AI is gonna handle the 3-way civil war. It will be interesting. Oh yeah, and by the way, I don't think I mentioned this, Germany is actually going to German Empire, which I don't think I've seen in a while. And next, I'm assuming we probably want to fix the Chilean economy because it is kind of tragic at the moment. I mean, this one gives us more infrastructure and more construction speed and more factory output, which is good, don't get me wrong. However, this one gives us more resources, and I do really like to get more resources here. So yeah, actually, let's dissolve Covenza. I did go with public works projects last time, but I am curious as how good this part is. And next we're gonna do We Must Dig Deeper, which gives us more resources in general. And yeah, now we have 20% stability and 44% war support, which is a bit better than what it was 2 seconds ago, once again. And now that we have done We Must Dig Deeper, we will now devalue the peso, which gives us minus 15% consumer goods factory for a year, and also reduces our stability because everything in this goddamn focus tree does. And while we're devaluing the peso, we cannot do any of these down here. Next, we're gonna do connect the northern railways because it gives us 1 civilian factory. I don't really care about the railways. All train fans watching this have probably disowned me because I said that sentence, but it's just true, man. All right, now that we've gotten 1 more civilian factory, we will now do, get this, another focus that gives us a civilian factory. I know, insane. Non-aggression pact from Uruguay. Why are you asking me all of a sudden? No? Why? I'm gonna aggress you, bro. The most aggressible countries will ask you for a non-aggression pact. It's kind of crazy. Francisco Javier Diaz Valderrama, the defender of the race. That sounds like the name of a Twitter account with a Greek statue profile picture. And next we're gonna do Departamento de las Tropas de Asalto because it gives us more division organization and more recruitable population factor and more division attack. Alright, next we're gonna do construct new hydroelectric stations, which gives us 1 more civilian factories but angers the natives. But honestly, last time I played the Mapuche, that literally ruined my mind, so I kind of have no sympathy for them right now. And yeah, Europe is going in a pretty Kaiserreich direction with the German Empire and the French Commune. Other than that, it's not really Kaiserreich. I don't know why I said that. Now that we've done the hydroelectric stations, probably Ejército de Chile, which gives us 1 more military factory. We can apparently invite a general called Peter Adolf Caesar Hansen. What the fuck? Yeah, sure. Let's invite Peter Adolf Caesar Hansen to Chile. What a trustworthy name. Now that we've done Ejército de Chile, we'll probably do Fuerza Aérea de Chile, because I do really want a good air force. This will give us another military factory and more air experience gain per day. And now we will probably also do expand the mountain regiments, because it gives us buffs in the mountains, and it's going to be pretty useful for when we fight Argentina. Wink, wink. All right, and we still have not devalued the peso. How long does it take to devalue a currency, guys? It's here until October 1930. Okay, so I was literally on the verge of finishing it. Okay, but we're not going to wait for that. We're probably going to do expand military facilities, giving us another military factory. All right, now that we devalued the peso, let's see. Let's do utilize FAMEA, which gives us 1 more military factory. The Great Chilean Earthquake. Oh, God. For such stability. No. The Kingdom of Romania joins the 4th International. Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah. Okay, but thank God the Mexican Socialist Republic stirs communist sentiment because we can get 10% stability from that somehow. Somehow us resisting their communist advances, cause us to get more stability than we lost from the greatest earthquake in our country. It's almost impressive. And now that we utilize a FAME, we will now do domestic production of the Willys MB, which gives us 1 more military factory. Now that we've done that, we will finally do advancements in telecommunications, which gives us 1 more research slot, which is pretty much necessary. All right, Peru has declared war on Ecuador. Let's see, and Peru crosses into Pastaza. Ooh, we can get a claim on a Peruvian province. Yeah, we'll do that. Funny. And also, now that we've done the research slot focus, we can probably start going down our political branch again, because it is 1939 and we haven't done shit. Recruit young officers right now. And yeah, Peru is at war with Ecuador. Yeah, who's really surprised? That happens literally every campaign. And now they're done recruit young officers, forge a new Chilean identity, which removes the Mapuche conflict and makes it so Araucania is no longer a core of ours, but then they're going to be returned to us in 480 days. It's just that they're going to resist a lot because, we're killing them all. Like, I don't know if you picked up on that, All right, we done forge a new Chilean identity. Now we can actually pick a new leader, apparently. This guy gives us 15% research speed. So this guy's like apparently like a fucking mega mind or something. This guy gives us more war support, more division attack, more recruitable population factor. What does our current guy even give us? More recruitable population, but 1.5%. That's not really that good. And more war support. And you know what? Let's get Carlos Keller Ruiz as our leader. Mr. Old Bald Man. But yeah, now that we've done that, we will now do abide by the Francoist model, which does make it so that we can no longer join factions, but we probably weren't gonna anyway. And we apparently get goddamn Francisco Franco into our country too. Amazing. We get the guy who lost the Spanish Civil War. I think I saw him lose earlier. And who ended up winning the Spanish Civil War even? Oh, the People's Republic of Spain. Interesting. And that is, I think, a Soviet puppet. Ah, yes, the 4th International with the communist countries of the Soviet Union, Communist France, Communist Spain, and the Kingdom of Romania. No twist, yet it's just the Kingdom of Romania. And we can adopt the Patria Vieja flag. Let's see what kind of flag this is. Oh, it's worse. Yeah, I don't really like that one. It just looks like one of those old stonks going up memes. Like, come on. Or if like the Visa like credit card company turned into a fascist dictatorship. All right, now that we've abided by the Francoist model, let's promote pan-Hispanic rhetoric, which gives us more stability, more war support, less justified war goal time and more fascism support. And now that we've promoted pan-Hispanic rhetoric, military exercises, which gives us a bunch of army experience buffs for a year pretty much. And now that we have done military exercises, probably, I mean, unification through conquest is literally just saying, oh yeah, we get claims on all of South America, and then we get to attack them right away. So, you know what, let's do that right now. Unification through conquest. I don't know if we're ready to fight Argentina, but what better time to test them is there than right now? Alright, now that we've done unification through conquest, I think, yeah, we also have our own faction now, the Hispanic Supremacy League. I don't know who the hell is joining this, but now we will also do Cultivate Fanaticism, which gives all of our generals 1 attack skill, more war support, more division attack, and more fascism support. And also start justifying on Argentina here, 50 days. And now that we've cultivated fanaticism, we'll now do the Might to defend our homes, which gives us again more division attack, more division defense, more daily fascism support, and this is a very specific one, less organization loss when we are below 25%, like, you know, org. So pretty much it's gonna make our divisions fight stronger when they're weaker, I guess. Alright, justification on Argentina's done. I think it's time for war. We're gonna let them take the south real quick. I don't really have that many divisions, and we will now try our best. And we have an encirclement of unknown divisions there. And another encirclement up here. Yeah, our buffs are just really, really good, especially in the early game here. I just realized I had focuses here to invade Argentina. I'm so dumb. Whatever, ignore that. We will now do establish a Ministry of Mining, which gives us even more resource gain efficiency. And we're almost in Buenos Aires here, if we don't f it up. Another big encirclement of Argentine troops up here. Oh, wait, hold on. War in Europe has finally started. Germany declares war on France. Okay, so classic. That's just a classic war. Oh, I didn't even notice. Italy. I don't know why, but I just hate this arch that they've created here. And also Poland, I don't know what happened, Poland. You got Molotov Ribbentropped by Italy and the Soviet Union. Kind of embarrassing, considering you don't have a border with one of them. We're about to lose Santiago, and they're kind of about to lose Buenos Aires. This is kind of the battle of mid. We're gonna pull through in the end. Alright, another encirclement here, 3 divisions. And we have grabbed Buenos Aires. There we go. Let's try to encircle those divisions. And there we go. Those divisions have been annihilated. They're really pushing into that part. They've even taken Santiago, but we will be fine. We are rolling them. Encirclement there. I mean, Argentina should realistically be dying in like a few microseconds. And next we're going to do encourage bond purchases, which gives us minus 10% consumer goods. And there we go. Argentine Republic has finally capitulated. No need to puppet anything since we will be coring it. And let's also steal their fleet. Alright, now Vanguard Chile is pretty damn strong, and our focus got canceled for some reason. Probably because we're not at war or something. Holy shit, who the hell's Mohamed Miziane? And why does he have 8 attack, 2 defense? What? Who is this guy? And how is he so strong? Alright, now who should we attack next? Options. Maybe Uruguay. They're kind of funny and easy to take out. And justification on Uruguay's done. Let's kill them. It's really, I don't think any micro is necessary, really. Like, we are talking about Uruguay here. Like, let's be serious. There we go, they're dead. And Paraguay, they're always hard to invade for some reason, so we should probably go for Bolivia. Alright, now we're gonna probably, actually, you know what? Let's revoke the Treaty of Lima, just to see if they hand us some land. Let's see if they hand us Tacna Moquegua? Monkey? Oh, actually, yeah, let's take a look at what's going on in Europe. Okay. Germany's getting completely dismantled from everyone, it seems. There's a 4th International, the Allies. For some reason, the European president is in the 4th International. Alright, let's see if they give us our land back. Give us Tacnambongega. Thank you very much. Nice. Very cool of you. And we can bypass a lot of these Argentina invasion focuses, because I don't know if you noticed, we actually did invade Argentina. Wow. Imagine if I noticed that these focuses existed. And now we can do strictly controlled education, which gives us 1 more research slot to work with. Are we ready to invade Bolivia? I don't know. We're gonna invade them. Treaty of Berlin. Okay, let's see how that went. Soviet occupation zone of Germany, which is basically Prussia, and French Germany, which is basically Bavaria. And yeah, the factions kind of look like this, where, my god, the 4th International is strong. And the Allies also have Hungary in them, so that's probably what the next war is gonna be, Allies versus 4th International here. Alright, attack Bolivia now. Oh, they're communists. They might join the 4th International. Whatever. I don't care. And we're taking Sucre. We're gonna take La Paz in a few seconds. Yeah, we're taking La Paz, and now all we need is Santa Cruz de la Sierra. And man, they were weak. Oh my goodness. Try harder next time, please, Bolivia. Alright, next is Peru. Actually, we will do enlarge a Department of Provinces because it does give us daily compliance gain. And to do the Hispanic Empire thing, we are going to need to control all mainland states in South America. Oh, that sounds like a pain. But we are going to have to do that. Until that point, we are going to get daily compliance in all the states that we own right now. Now, next, we're going to promote immigration because our population is kind of tragic. And our war justification on Peru is done already. Killed them. And the Allies are fascist right now, so they might join the Allies. They might not. Who knows? It seems no one cares about South America because Bolivia did not join the 4th International. Maybe I'm overestimating how important South America is in the global eye. And 6 divisions encircled there. And next, we're going to do the nationalization of copper, which makes literally everybody hate us, but we get more resource gain efficiency and less consumer goods, which is all I care about. And let's just walk into Lima, Peru. And yeah, Peru's dead already. My goodness. Okay, Ecuador is like another one of those countries that surprisingly holds on pretty well, but we're gonna kill them. Alright, next, warfare in Patagonia. Alright, declare war on Ecuador. Again, we should pretty much like roll over them pretty easily here. If we don't, I'll stop recording the video. The video will be very short. And there we go. Quito has fallen, and Ecuador is a baby. And I guess Colombia would be a good next target. They have resources, people, and most importantly, coal. They have a lot of coal. Just like an average Hollow Being video, they have a lot of coal, and that is really good for us. Alright, focus on domestic production, 5% more factory output. And our justification on Colombia is done. Declare war. Colombia is a bit tricky to invade, but they should be pretty soft. And encirclement there. And we're at the doorstep of Bogota. Let's take that. I don't know if this is an encirclement, but I don't know. Okay, it wasn't an encirclement, sadly, but it's fine. Because in a few seconds, we should be taking Bogota, Colombia. And now all they have is Cartagena up there, and they are completely finished. I think Brazil's gonna be a bit more of a challenge, but we're gonna have to get a bit bigger of an army for them. And there we go, Colombia's done. And I know Venezuela, yeah, they're in the Allies, so we'll attack them last, probably. Alright, next we're probably gonna do training in the Atacama Desert because it gives us more hot acclimatization gain factor. And I don't know if you noticed, South America quite hot. Alright, next, a land of mountains. And you know how much I glaze mountaineers. If we want any chance at beating the stronger countries, we are going to need an army of mountaineers. Maybe I should have taken out Brazil sooner because now I have to cover this giant ass front line, which is very, very annoying. Wait, actually, who says I need to cover this entire front line? I could probably just do a fallback line like here and I don't have to cover any of that, and that's gonna use up some Brazilian divisions. Yeah, you know what? That's actually what I'm gonna do. Damn, Peter Adolf Caesar Hansen has 6 attack. Bro has 2 more attack than his number of names. I'm pretty sure, is he a Nazi? Next we're gonna do Prussianization of the army, which gives us 2% more division attack, but increases our training time by 15%. God damn. And let's start justifying against Brazil here. 35 days. And Brazil's democratic, but I don't think the United States is gonna do anything. They've been very passive, and it's because we're a South American country, so they cannot enforce the Monroe Doctrine, which is so funny. They're okay with pretty much any imperialism happening in South America as long as it is not a foreign power. It's literally like imperialism Europe and they get angry as fuck, and imperialism South America, they turn a blind eye. Alright, declare war. Let's try to completely overwhelm Brazil here. They definitely have more divisions than us, but we can do it. Circling the Brazilian troops here. We have no idea how many, but that's good. Another encirclement there. Alright, now we will do strengthen the mountain regiments. Okay, now we kind of run out of supply, which is not particularly the position I want to be in. I'm just going to try to build a port here, really. Or better yet, maybe a naval invasion, because we do have a big fleet. They somehow pushed through this line here, which is a bit inconvenient, but it's fine. And encirclement there. And yeah, they're kind of overextending themselves here, so we're going to be able to do a nifty little encirclement here. And there we go, let's clear out this pocket. And we have built a port here, and now we should be able to push if we're not frauds. That's a very big stipulation, but I have faith. Actually, we could probably do naval invasion support and get some shore bombardment on the coast here. Because our navy's completely dominant at this point. Shore bombardment's very powerful in this new update, so this is really good. Guys, I might be starting to like the navy. I'm still not going to build any ships, though. Don't get me wrong. I just like utilizing the navy more now. And here's another encirclement. 9 divisions. Damn. And yeah, we're pushing a lot into Brazil now. We've taken their major population centers, Rio, Sao Paulo, all that stuff. Now, since we're not at war with a lot of the big powers yet, we can also invite a lot of their military advisors. Let's invite the American guy because he does give us more artillery attack. And oh my god, if there's two things I fucking glaze in this game, it's artillery and mountaineers. If I could marry the concepts of artillery and mountaineers, the ring would already be on their finger. And we keep encircling them. And another encirclement, another fucking encirclement in Brazil. Who's really surprised? Oh, god damn it. So now the United States decides to involve itself. Oh, that's gonna be so annoying. All right, well, we're at war with the United States now. That's great. That's really cool. Who else are you at war with? Okay, they're at war with the 4th International at least. We can maybe get a temporary alliance with them somewhat. Actually, they're also at war with the Allies. That might be worth pursuing. I don't really need to be in my own faction, to be completely honest. Actually, wait, hold on. With new faction rules, can I declare my own wars? Many questions, and I do not know how to check for the answers. Point is, we're at war with the United States now. And fucking Paraguay? Why are we at war with Paraguay? I didn't even notice that. Oh, they're an American conquered that. Of course they are. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes so much sense. That's why I just don't sound that surprised at all. That's why I'm totally not surprised right now that the fucking Paraguayans are at war with us. See what I mean? Paraguay always manages to be a thorn in my side some way, somehow. It's always Paraguay pulling this shit, man. Paraguay's my #1 op. Don't let me catch Paraguay on the street, man. New Zealand joined the Novus Imperium Romanum is not a sentence I wanted to read today, but I guess that's my punishment for playing this game. What even is going on in Europe? Apparently it's what, Italy versus fucking everyone, apparently. Wow. Italy and China versus the world, apparently. Okay, and it seems the US is very busy with other wars, which is really good because we're pushing quite well in South America here. And there we go. Paraguay is dead. And there's a big encirclement here. And yeah, the French commune is apparently invading into Brazil as well. So yeah, Brazil's days are very numbered. Oh no, I just realized I'm not going to be able to occupy everything, am I? For Brazil. And oh yeah, I'm going to have to go to war with pretty much every fucking faction. Oh no. Why the fuck does this always happen every time I play South America? I have to fight the entire world. Also, I really don't know how Brazil's not dead yet. What could they possibly have? Belém? I guarantee you that's like a town where like 2 people live. There we go. Finally, Second Brazilian Republic has capitulated. And as I just said, I just came to a terrible realization. To take off South America, I'm gonna have to declare war on every major faction. I might just try to go topple the United States, is what I would say, but apparently Mexican Socialist Republic doesn't want to give me military access. And Italy seems to have finally succumbed under the pressure. And one of them is Chinese and the other one is British. Wow. Alright, now all these divisions here should be stuck. Let's kill them. Alright, we finished off Brazil. And I guess we are gonna have to declare one like Venezuela and stuff as well. Don't really have a choice. If we want to keep invading places, we're also gonna need more manpower. And I think the only way to do that at this point is gonna be to core the entirety of South America. Alright, Venezuela, time to meet your end. Great, so now we're also at war with the Allies. That's fun. That's so fun. And yeah, we're almost gonna walk into Caracas here. Not many British troops in South America, I'll say that much. And also an encirclement of Venezuelan troops. The British forsook them. I don't even know if that's a word. Alright, there we go. Venezuela's gone. Big encirclement of British forces there. So big, in fact, that we can't quickly destroy it. That's kind of embarrassing. Alright, just found Suriname. 10 days. They're in the 4th International. Oh, God. What am I getting myself into? Alright, declare war on Suriname. Oh, Suriname just didn't even call anybody in. Alright, so I guess I am gonna have to declare war on France individually. Damn, Suriname died too quickly. And after we take this territory in France, we should be able to do the South America focus. Alright, justify 10 days. Declaration of war, invade France. And now we are officially at war with the entire fucking world. Better start building a fleet. Coup in Romania. And now they're democratic, of course they are. And they're still in the 4th International. What is that country even about? Alright, there we go. Now all the land and never mind, we got invaded by the Mexican Socialist Republic from the Curative People's Republic. Okay, great. Let's go kill that real quick. Alright, Curative People's Republic is done, and now we should finally be able to do the focus. Unite Hispanic America, and it gives us cores on all of South America, and probably actually all of Hispanic America at this point. Alright, invade Panama. And yeah, that was quick. And we're already at war with Costa Rica, so let's just keep going. And justify Nicaragua, 10 days. And there we go. We've done Unite Hispanic America. We have 11 million manpower at our disposal. And now we have a cool new purple color. And we are, of course, called the Hispanic Empire. We have a sun with a helmet as our flag. And we have a coal deficit of 210. Hopefully those numbers update themselves in a few ticks. Now we have a core population of 104 million. Should help quite a bit. Invade Nicaragua. El Salvador is completely dead. Alright, Guatemala, time to meet your end. Blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. Yeah, I don't know, Guatemala. If you've been looking at what's been happening in the south of your lands for like the past few years, I think you would know the drill, right? I don't think we can really push into the US yet, but let's kick out the British from here at the very least. And let's also integrate Central America here. Oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid. I could have asked France at the very least for their Guyanese territories. Would they have accepted though? I don't know, but like it was worth taking this risk. Whatever, let's do Armada de Chile. We're gonna have to probably build a pretty damn big fleet. Man, this is a pretty good map of people we're at war with. I think it's very encouraging, and I think it's very cool. Alright, we have a full army now. Now we should be able to invade the United States quite simply here. Let's see how well our initial pushes go. And yeah, no, we're pushing very, very easily. That's good. Let's also get attack bonuses on the United States. We'll promote broad anti-Americanism. Gives us breakthrough and attack bonuses against the United States. Damn. And that is a big-ass encirclement. Holy shit. That is like at least 60 divisions. Maybe more, actually. I don't know, math is hard. Alright, we've promoted broad anti-Americanism. And yeah, our pushes are going very well. We're about to get an encirclement here as well if everything goes right. There we go. And now let's also do the true enemy, which gives us even more buffs against the United States. My goodness, we're gonna have like around like what, plus 20% attack on specifically the US, even though we don't really need it. All right, and we've taken all of Mexico now, if you can't tell, and now we can do integrate Mexico. And now we just need Utah to also core the Hispanic parts of America. There we go. And now we're gonna be pretty damn strong. We're probably gonna be the strongest like individual country in the world if we don't count alliances, because we don't really have anyone in our alliance. Alright, we finished a true enemy, which gives us even more buffs on the US. Again, kind of useless, but, you know, it's for the principle of it all. And then we have a core population of 149 million, but of course that's not the max, because we can also get the Caribbean territories, which I don't know if I'm gonna bother with, to be honest. And yeah, we're just completely dismantling them. It's not even close. They have 43 to 87 divisions. That is super embarrassing. We beat them so hard, we might not even have that much war score on the United States, which is my main concern right now. And yeah, we're about to take Washington. It's not very ceremonial at all because the US is not putting up a fight. And there we go. Yep, I knew it. 19% of war score. Absolutely pathetic. Alright, peace deal is over, but now we're gonna have to fix a few things here. Notably, get rid of the British Empire. Oh, and also now the European president declared war on the British Empire, which means the Fourth International... Never mind, the European president left the goddamn faction. Okay, well, free land for the UK, I guess. Also, I was able to take Cuba in the peace deal, but it was occupied by our enemies, so yeah, it didn't go to us. The Quebec People's Republic. What is this? It's a puppet of the Pacific Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Oh, that's Japan. Oh, that's the Japanese Communist Foreign Bull. Japan puppeted Quebec. What? Oh, and they're part of their own faction now, the Fifth Communist International. Oh, interesting. Okay, so now there are a few factions at play. We have the irrelevant one, the Fourth International, the Allies, and the other irrelevant one. And now all I can really hope for is a Fourth International versus British Empire war. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, look, it's Francisco Franco. He's a field marshal now. Nationalist sympathies, you don't say. What? What, really? No, Francisco Franco, a nationalist. No, come on now. Hashtag not my Franco. Are you fucking serious? The Japanese have come all the way here. Oh, I'm so done, actually. The Japanese have arrived all the way to the goddamn Galapagos Islands. Chat, we might be kind of cooked. All right, now we have like a pretty big army. Now we just need a big off fleet. We also have to garrison the entire goddamn supercontinent because I am gonna get naval invaded out the ass. They are foaming at the mouth right now. I can hear it. What happened? There was a peace deal and now the British Empire, it just took all of this. Huh? What's going on? That was Australia. That had nothing to do with this theater, did it? Okay, that's kind of stupid, but whatever.
For like 7 months, all I did was literally defend against naval invasions from the Allies and the Fourth International. They never went to war with each other. They just keep naval invading over and over again. And honestly, I don't blame them. I don't have any ships. I can't really do anything. This is the ratio we're dealing with. The Fourth International alone has at least 686 divisions, which is more than double our divisions. I was literally molding and tweaking for like 30 minutes of my life playing this game.
There's so many fucking naval invasion. And there's another one. I just heard the sound for another one. Is it possible to fend this off? There's just so many coming in at once. Okay, yeah, no, it's literally impossible to defend all of the Americas for now with the divisions that we have. It is literally impossible. I will probably put a fallback line in like Mexico or something. And if you add the Allies, which also have almost double my divisions at the very least, that's kind of a terrible situation I'm in. The Japanese faction has around the same divisions as me, but yeah, that's about it. Like, what is this? Like, genuinely, I know you want me dead, but come on now, this is just try-harding at this point. Like, imagine if these two factions were to go to war. They would have like a giant battlefield in North America alone. It would be insane. I just need it to happen, like now. Like, tens of millions will die in that clash, but I think it's worth it if the Hispanic Empire comes out on top. I'm not biased. Oh wait, now Japan's at war with the British, at the very least. Okay, that's a start. I just saw that Hong Kong fell. Okay, so that's good. Japan is at war with the British. That is some kind of distraction to one of our enemies. It's like if two serial killers were chasing you down, and one of them got distracted by like a random bystander. Like, let's zoom out a bit. 95 divisions in this patch of land. That is insanity. All right, encirclement of communist forces here. It wasn't even intentional. They pushed into my territory, so I just like encircled them. There it is. It was my mistake at the start, but I reversed it because I'm a god gamer. Next, we're going to do organized patriotic leagues, which gives us 10% more recruitable population factor. I think it's time for a counterattack. I have a lot of divisions, and I mean a lot of divisions. I think we can garrison the entire United States. UK is still not at war with the communists for some reason. I think they're just plotting against me. I think they're literally just putting their differences aside until they can kill me, which I guess is reasonable, but it really pisses me off. Let's push along the entire front. Encirclement here. The first encirclement in like centuries. Okay, now they're pushing back on account of them having billions of divisions. What? This literally never happened in the last 3 years I've been defending. I have garrisons and level 6 coastal forts on each tile, by the way. Just don't know. They're just on. They have plot armor. What is this? What are these stacks? I just can't solve these guys. I've fought numerically superior factions many times. This is just, I just don't know how to solve them. Okay, they're down to this tile. Let's try to liquidate these divisions. What is wrong with these people?
Okay, so you know how I said they were unsolvable? That's kind of a lie. You just have to get more divisions. You just have to get more people into the army, man. Just indoctrinate your population and you'll be fine in this game.
Let's try this again. We're taking back the Americas. We're doing it. That seemed too easy. Are they finally at war with the Soviets? No, they're still not at war with the Soviets. I'm so surprised that these two have not gone at war with each other. We need chromium for a bigger fleet, so we will naval invade the Caribbean. And if we fail, oh, God help me. I might just start sobbing. Naval invade Cuba. This is probably going to be the most hellish naval invasion to have ever been tried. There's going to be like maybe like 1,000 divisions, give or take, on Cuba. Oh, let's naval invade with shore bombardment and stuff. Oh, surprisingly easy landing. Thank you. What the hell? Oh, Japan capitulated. Oh, I don't really care. I guess I'll steal their fleet. It's the only thing from them that I could use that won't get fully annexed as soon as I finish the peace deal. Now there's a Chinese Soviet Republic and the Warsaw Pact. What the f— Oh no, this is the Warsaw Pact now. The 4th International is the Warsaw Pact. I see. Yeah, that's it is 1954. That does make sense, I guess. Alright, I guess next we'll just start invading towards Europe, I suppose. And I'm building up a pretty big fleet here. Let's naval invade Bermuda. Wow, I'm surprised there's actually no one on Bermuda. I'm stunned. All right, next big stretch, I guess, is to, what is this? The Azores, that's right. Oh no, they keep getting intercepted. Yeah, that's probably not good. Can we do like an escort? Hopefully it's undefended like Bermuda. Ah, come on. Come on, Portugal, let it go. You don't need it. Thank you. Now we're only like one ocean away from Portugal. The thing is, even if we land, we're probably just gonna get bum rushed immediately and killed.
And as I was waiting on the naval invasion, a miracle happened.
Finally. War. The British and the French are at war. It's only a matter of time. And we sunk the British pride to the fleet. Nice. And you know, let's just do the naval invasion. Land in Lisbon, please. Thank you. Alright, good landing in Portugal, surprisingly. I'm actually impressed. Probably because they're very distracted with the British right now, which is what I've been waiting for. My plotting has finally amounted to something. Maximus Portugal's dead. And yeah, we're just completely steamrolling them here. I wonder how long that's gonna last. People's Republic of Spain has capitulated. That is, I think, probably the first major nation. Well, maybe not major, but like first big nation to capitulate on their faction. Let's send a second army over here in Europe. And we're about to march into Paris. All rightful Hispanic claim. All of this, and Paris falls. Who in the British faction has to die, actually? Is it just UK? British Empire and Greater Hungary? Well, Greater Hungary's kind of feeling the pressure here, I think. I'll kill the UK after Greater Hungary dies. Belgium has capitulated. French Commune has capitulated. And yeah, we're just steamrolling Italy, too. Holy shit. Yeah, everything's falling apart. British Italy also dead. Maybe I should send a third army here. Really lean into the overkill. Encirclement in Amsterdam. Oh, Budapest has finally fallen. Okay, Hungary, just die, man. Miklos Horthy, just go into the Hungarian Führer bunker, bro. These units got encircled. Don't ask me how. I wasn't looking. I'm just doing brainless war planning. I can't be bothered. Oh, damn. France is naval invading the British. I'm kind of in a stalemate here. I can't really push anywhere. I'm just vibing. And the atomic bombing of Antwerpen. That's not very nice, I don't think. I think they should probably apologize for that one. I don't think Antwerpen did anything to deserve being nuked. Now, Santiago de Chile, on the other hand. All right, I'm probably gonna return to this tomorrow. This is draining me mentally. My brain already feels very, very empty 99% of the time. It feels like it's in the negatives right now. Okay, so I'm back the next day to continue my toil and torment. However, unfortunately, I have run into a problem. This is like my 10th time reloading the game. It keeps crashing on the 3rd of July. And I did like the thing where you make a bunch of save points right before like the limit where it crashes. It's not working. Nothing is working. I could also load a save all the way back to September of 1955. Because February also crashed. But okay, you know what? Let's try September 1955. Sure, whatever. Knowing this game, I'm doing all this prep I already did like in September, but it probably is gonna be all for naught because it's gonna crash or some shit. Yeah, literally, it just keeps crashing. Now, I can only pretty much assume that this is because, I actually don't really know why. Because the game didn't even crash once yesterday. It's only when I reopened the game today that it started crashing. But I think it's a sign, you know? I think it is a sign from God. Like, I think we were gonna probably win eventually, you know? Because, like, the only people we had to kill were the Soviet Union. Like, if I had to go all the way to goddamn China, it would be a bit more doubtful. Like, I would probably win also, but it would just take like centuries. If it's just the Soviet Union, I think it's very doable, especially considering our enemies lost what, like 54 million people in total. So yeah, unfortunately, I think this is where we're gonna be ending it on this cliffhanger. Very sorry. I did want to continue and at least kill one of the factions off, but it doesn't seem like that will be happening. So I guess this is like the neutral ending. It's not really a bad or good ending. In conclusion, the Hispanic Empire, pretty damn strong. You can get a core population of 172 million. And yeah, quite the powerful, formidable nation. If you somehow enjoyed this video, press the funny subscribe red button, hype the video, and see you in the next one. Good night. Post at Amy here. I am very sorry I couldn't finish this campaign. If someone can tell me how to prevent crashes like this, please tell me in the comments, because I really don't like leaving campaigns unfinished like this. But yeah, anyways, thank you to members Flameman995, Lars Mirals, Yomokinos, Michael Raptor, Nay, Sleepy Sam, Axedank, Joy Sark, the username Matt, Marotz, KK Netty, A0 Cube, Lars Niermeyer, Romram Ramsey, MaxiBoy23, Leo Polygon, Janky Jim, Darkheiser Von Oss, Hallie Kaya, Joseph Stalin, Blue Cat, Kristins, Jakub Pertuzlek, Lisbeth, Roga, Mantis Shrimp, Matthew Jones, Brock Weisenhofer, The Real Roberts, Degaway, Jazzort, Elblast, Einfak Lucas, Demand69, No Just No, Freeman, Chinese Name, Auden HD, Anger Washer, Femboy, Ursoy, Cartonsu, Firefox, Dr. Dark, Christopher Hollingsworth, Gigashrek Chad, Labiam, J Dr. Dude, Alberto, Lucas Evangard, Wendigossy, KC, Retatrotsky, False Panther 51, Colonoscopy Adventure, Pine, Tongo, Orbital Fox, Jalix 500, The Were Lizard, Cassie Sketches, Trey Leg Gill, Cleverbitten, Lil Shawzy, JDMV Anarchist, Adil Dermatash, Mike the Red, Delta, Miklos Horther, Ben TX, CR Fulton, Gams, Cruiser 25, and as always, thank you to patrons Rayminu, Nicholas Green, Lars, Von Caver, Pengaroom, Liam O'Connor, London was a power bottom, Midnight Ace, and Chance P. Again, thank you all for your endless generosity, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.